Also, this news just developing over the last 20 minutes or so. Bonus checks for TSA workers who went without pay during the longest government shutdown in U.S. history. Big bonuses. That's the big announcement we just heard from Homeland Security Secretary Noem. She's at Houston's George Bush Airport highlighting the work of those TSA workers. Here's a listen.
So today we are announcing that we are going to be handing out bonus checks of $10,000 to TSOs, to agents who work for TSA who served with exemplary service. And what that means is that we are going to not only continue their paychecks like they should have received all along, but also they're going to get a bonus check for stepping up, taking on extra shifts, for showing up each and every day, for serving the American people, and taking seriously the mission that the Department of Homeland Security takes seriously and that they...
Yes, as they should. So, shout out to the TSA workers who went to work, even through the struggle. They stayed down, and now they came up. As they say, they stayed down, now they came up. And salute to Secretary Noem for recognizing certain agents who went above and beyond their call of duty to do their job and stuff like that. So salute to her for doing what she done and shaking everyone's hand as she handed them checks. I'm going to play that video here in a second, but yeah, as you see, TSA, they have a tough task, very, very stressful task, trying to keep the airport safe as far as like who gets on and off flights and checking things. So definitely, a high intense job, and they have to be alert, and they have to have a clear mind, and they definitely have to be up on their skills. So I'm gonna see if we can play a little bit of the video of her acknowledging some of the TSA agents.
Noem, I'm the Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security. And for the last 43 days, we have been dealing with a government shutdown that has dramatically impacted the lives of the American people. And people were not just inconvenienced, but they were also damaged and harmed by what Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries and the Democratic Party did to the American people. What I'm so proud of, though, today, and what I'm here talking about today, is the outstanding patriotism and service of our TSA officers and officials that stepped up every single day to make sure that those individuals at our airports and at our transportation systems continued to be safe and secure while they went about their daily lives, and limited the impact on those families that relied so much on getting to where they needed to be on time. So today we are announcing that we are going to be handing out bonus checks of $10,000 to TSOs, to agents who work for TSA who served with exemplary service. And what that means is that we are going to not only continue their paychecks like they should have received all along, but also they're going to get a bonus check for stepping up, taking on extra shifts, for showing up each and every day, for serving the American people, and taking seriously the mission that the Department of Homeland Security takes seriously and that they take seriously every single day, and that's keeping the American people safe while they go and commute across the country, and while they do their work and business and take care of their families. Today we're...
See, so congratulations to those who put in the hard work. And I'm hoping that, it's not just for, this particular group here, but hopefully, it goes the same for, all of the TSA agents, because in my opinion, they deserve it. Just doing a little research on, what they have to do and encountering them and stuff like that. So, yeah, watch plenty of videos of, TSA agents, and, how they have to conduct their job and stuff like that, and how on point they have to be. So they definitely deserve it, as well as like air traffic controllers, and anyone who was able to weather the storm of the government shutdown, and keep their boots on the ground, and go steadfast, even without knowing if they was gonna get paid or not. And I think she said a little bit later on here in this video, because I did kind of watch it a little bit before I started reacting to it. But it sounds like they're gonna get paid, their furloughed amounts, as quickly as possible. So I'm gonna just let her finish here because I think she's gonna recognize a couple individuals, and we'll close this out.
We're going to talk about a couple of individuals that did incredible things here at the George Bush Airport, that stepped up and took on extra challenges, extra hours, even though their families were dealing with some difficulties because of the government shutdown. They were examples to the rest of the individuals who worked with them and endured those hardships and continued to shine a light on really what is special about America. We have Rico, who is with us today, Mr. Walker, and I would like to focus on Rico a little bit today because he is not only a 20-year officer, but he's also a member of the National Deployment Force, which means that he takes on extra responsibilities at TSA. He not only fulfilled every one of his hours during this shutdown, but he also was more than willing to take on extra shifts to make sure that the public didn't have any kind of hardships, delays, or security concerns during this government shutdown that was facilitated by the Democrat Party. I also have Ashley next to me. Ashley has continued to serve at TSA. I believe she came to work here in January and showed up and has been an example of an excellent employee, but she also, during this time, was through the process of trying to buy a home when the government shut down. She was going to be moving and excited about undertaking that change in her life with her family, and that had to stop dramatically when her paycheck quit coming, because of what was happening with Chuck Schumer and the Democratic Party refusing to ensure that our security officials were getting their paychecks. I'm hopeful that she will be able to go and purchase a home soon, now that that has been restored, that this bonus check will be helpful to her and her family at pursuing the American dream of home ownership, and that also, as we talk about her, that her example of optimism and cheerfulness despite these kinds of hardships will be something that the rest of our TSA employees can look to, but also the American people, recognizing that even when these challenges come, that we can take them on and continue to be an encouragement to people around us. So today, though, we have many other TSA officers here that I'm going to be handing bonus checks to. Every single one of these individuals served with exemplary service, which means they were an example of not only taking seriously the security concerns and measures that TSA has to every single day in the Department of Homeland Security, but also they went above and beyond. They helped individuals, they served extra shifts, they helped with transportation of people getting back and forth to work, other challenges that families may have. They were all examples of what we need, and we will be continuing to not only recognize employees across the country, but we will be looking at every single TSA official that helped serve during this government shutdown and do what we can to recognize that and help them financially with a bonus check to get them and their family back on their feet. So with that, Rico, I want to present to you a check and say thank you from the American people. Appreciate it. Ashley, thank you.
So I'm just gonna mute the video as we watch Secretary Kristi Noem hand out these bonus checks to individuals who stood up and was able to go to work, and salute to them. They deserve it. They absolutely deserve it. Um, these people probably worked long hours and probably had to make so many sacrifices because they probably wasn't at the full level of their staff and stuff like that. Um, so I'm very, very happy for these TSA agents. And as she was saying, they're definitely gonna be looking into TSA agents all over the country. So if you were like these individuals, these good individuals here, who came to work and was able to, get through the storm, You know, you have a bonus on the way as well. So it's good that she's recognizing them. I'm sure they did this press conference to show like the American people and also the other TSA agents that when you continue to serve in your position, you will be awarded, and that's what it's all about. That's what people go to work for. They go to work for to make their wages and to provide for their families, and now they get to go home with 10K as a bonus, not including the back 2 or 3 paychecks that they miss. So hard work pays off, and staying down till you come up is a real thing. But I'm gonna go ahead and close out this video here. If you like this content, please like, comment, and subscribe. And once again, this is Justin Paul. Peace.